What is your favorite superhero? Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Detour podcast. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning. For me, it really is morning. Things just have come up, so the recording of this is way later than I intended, but we are here. I got to thinking because I got a notification on YouTube the other day that we officially hit 1 year since we uploaded our very first YouTube video. That being the 22nd of October was when episode 1 was uploaded. So today I want to talk and kind of reminisce over the past year and all the videos that we have done, the topics, and how, what changes came up and how we got to where we are today. Excuse me. Before we get into any of that, I got a few things I actually want to talk about today. Not different than any other episode, but new things to talk about. So, in the past week, I went to the movies 2 times. Once was to see just this animated movie called Your Name that had its 10-year anniversary, so I went with Tanner, and that was really fun. However, I found myself struggling to stay awake the entire movie, and I think I fell asleep for like 30 minutes because when I woke up and a part happened, I'm like, I totally skipped a part because I was asleep. So that was good. I finally saw Spider-Man, and it's been almost a month since it actually came out. And the reason for that is because when it first came out, Liz and I were looking at movie times. Every single seat was taken. And then she went to Hawaii. So it was kind of like a hard thing to try and make happen. But I finally watched it. I think it was a really good movie. I hear a lot of mixed reviews. Some people say it's great. Some people say it was all right. Like it just wasn't as good as the other ones. But you also got to keep in mind that it's not the same as the other ones. It's like still following the same Peter Parker from Tom Holland, but it's like almost its own separate storyline in a way, right? The other one was, he was a kid. He had high school. He had friends. He had Tony. Like, he had everybody. Now he's basically by himself. Everybody doesn't know him. He's an adult. He's got to figure it out himself. So it's a bit more like mature, I enjoyed it a lot. So that got me super amped up because once that comes out on like Blu-ray, I'm buying it. So then I own the physical copy, and then I could upload it digitally so I could watch it wherever. But other than that, I started doing hike prep for Timpanogos. So other than doing stairs at the gym, I actually went on a hike, and I went on this one called the Little Cottonwood Lower Reservoir hike. So you go out on the main mountain, do some switchbacks, you get up, and there's like this little reservoir lake area. Beautiful hike. I think round trip it was like 1.8 miles. It was a lot easier than I remember. I remember it being just atrocious. Like doing it, I would get so tired. It was hot. We did go in the morning, but if we take away the temperature, I just remember being so tired and it being strenuous. This dude, we flew up there. I think the worst part was my breathing for my stamina, but my body was totally fine. Like, it was just such an easy hike. And it's on All Trails, an app you can find hikes and stuff. It's ranked intermediate, which it shouldn't be because it wasn't intermediate at all. It was pretty immediate, easy peasy lemon freaking squeezy. What else happened along my week? I got a pull-up bar. So I actually have one, and there's these pull-up bars that hook on the top of the door frame and go like this and then rest on like the sides of the door so you can do them. Well, my door frame is like twice as thick as a normal door. So like it's like super thick, and then the top part of the door frame is like this big, and it's like it's just so weird how thick my door frames are. So I can't even put up a pull-up bar that I have. But I got a new pull-up bar that'll be coming in the next few days. It's a tension one. So it's one you like, it spreads and pushes against the sides of the wall. And I could hold up to 440 pounds, it said. So luckily, I don't even weigh half that. So I got that because I decided that I want to kind of I mean, I go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week, and I'm outside either running or hiking, but I kind of want to push myself, because especially if I'm trying to continue the 75 hard, which I failed, by the way, and I haven't started it up again. I think it'll be nice, because then instead of it being like, oh, I need a 45-minute workout, like I kind of want to do the whole Cindy workout that it's blowing up all over social media right now from Tom Holland. Like the, what is it? I'm going to sneeze. 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 squats, and then do that as many times as you can in 20 minutes. So I think, why not? Like, it'll be for fun. I think doing more pull-ups at home will help back strength, because I'm very weak compared to my body weight. So like I can't do, like when I do pull-ups compared to my dad, he could do more than me. And it's like, yeah, we may be a 20-something pound difference, but like he could, I don't know, he could do more. So I'm like, my back isn't as strong in the sense of I could pull heavy weight when it's a machine, but when it comes to body weight, I don't really have that. So I kind of want to up that, because I used to, like a year and a half ago, I followed like a workout plan, and the whole thing was about increasing like your body weight strength. And I got to the point where I could almost do like 3 sets of 10 pull-ups unassisted. Now I can't even do like 3 sets of 6 assisted. So it's kind of crap. So I need to get back on that. So I think doing that will be fun, because I mean, if it gets me in better shape, I'm totally down for it. Let's see what else I have on this list of things that I did. I wish, maybe it's just because I don't eat the best all the time. Like Monday through Thursday, I'm eating peachy keen. I'm eating great. Friday comes, I don't have all my meals. Saturday, I don't have any. Sunday, I don't eat. Like I don't eat breakfast, I hardly eat lunch, and then I eat dinner. So it's like, I don't feel like I'm eating what I need to have like the proper brain function, sleep, and everything, because my mind just kind of is foggy sometimes. So I have to write down the list of everything I did, because I can't remember it all. I think that was one of the last things on the list. The next thing is, and this is the last thing about my weekly catch-up, is I'm actually going to get a new phone in the next couple of days. Yes. I think I'm just going to tell you guys. So I decided, it's one of those things of, do you guys ever find yourself where you're not happy where you are, you feel like you're not as motivated, you don't have as much discipline, you know, you don't have the proper, habits, right? Like you're just not where you want to be. And typically, to kind of help with that is making changes in your life. So whether that's, I'm going to change, you know, my morning routine, or I'm going to change, like some people change their hairstyle and they feel like a new person, and then it kind of encourages them to do something. Or I'm going to get a new pair of shoes, and that new pair of shoes makes me feel different, and it kind of separates who you were, the lazy, not motivated, whatever person, to like, well, I got, you know, this new thing. So it's kind of like a new chapter in your life, so to speak, right? I thought, why not? Right? Let's make this change. And it's kind of a bigger change, especially nowadays, because I'm changing phone brands. I'm not getting another iPhone. I'm actually changing to a Samsung, Galaxy Flip, Z Flip 8 or whatever it is. Pretty dope. Yes, watching Spider-Man made me want to get it, but not because Peter had it in the movie, but because it actually looks like a dope phone. And I kind of want a flip phone. Like I wanted to get an old button flip phone, but then it's like trying to navigate the way life is without having a smartphone is really, really hard. So what I'm going to do is on the home screen, I'm going to have just like the basic necessity apps, and then everything else is going to just be in like an extra app folder. So if I want to do things, I have to go an extra step to get into the app to do X, Y, and Z. But I'm going to be getting, the Z Flip 8, and it'll be coming within the next, like from today to Thursday, it should be in one of those days. So next episode, you will see it. So I'll have a new phone. I told Liz about it. She wasn't happy. And I think it's just because, like, on iPhones, you can customize the background, FaceTime, all that stuff. So it's just kind of like makes it a little bit more inconvenient. But it is what it is. I mean, I think it'll be fun. It'll be a new change. It'll almost feel like a new me. I'm leaving the old me behind that has all these problems, that has doesn't have these habits, to kind of chase being the better me. So that'll be pretty freaking cool. And that's really all I have for this weekly catch up. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful morning so far. Let's jump right into the word of the week. It's a really good one. It's another one that we could probably use in our everyday vocabulary. It is ingenuous. It is an adjective, and it means to be straightforward and honest. Enough said, right? Pretty freaking good. Then, let's see. My hot take of the week. And sorry this isn't more fluid. It's very just bullet pointing. My mind, I'm having struggles even thinking of what to say next if it's not written down. So bear with me this week, everybody. But I hope you guys are all, having a good day. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. My brain. And then I hope you guys all have good plans, because fall's coming right up, man. August ends next week. We have 30 days in August, which means 31. So next Monday is the very, very last day of August. And then we have September, and that's typically, September 21st or whatever is the start of fall. So I hope you guys all have good early fall plans prepared, because I'm stoked. I got Oktoberfest this weekend. The weather here has been raining, and it's been cooler because of the rain. So it's giving me serious fall vibes, and I'm looking forward to all the cute fall movies, all the fall activities. As much as I love summer, there is much to love about fall as well. So back onto what I was saying, my hot take. This is a more niche hot take, but because I feel this way, and I know people who feel the opposite, I'm going to say it anyways. Cottage cheese is not a barbecue side. Okay? It's not a side. I don't even think it's a dip for anything. Cottage cheese is its own thing for breakfast that you put stuff in. It's not a topping. It's not a side. It's its own thing. I know, because Liz, apparently it's an Idahoan thing. Maybe other Utahns believe it as well. But when they have barbecues, they love to just put a tub of cottage cheese out as a side for it. Never in my life have I had cottage cheese with my barbecue. When I have chicken, ribs, nothing, I've never had cottage cheese with it. And Liz will tell me she'll dip her freaking chicken in cottage cheese. What is happening here? And her Grammy stands by it too. That cottage cheese is a barbecue side. I don't know about the dip, but I don't think it is. So cottage cheese is not a barbecue side, and I'm standing 10 toes down on it, because that is the most disgusting thing in my mind to have as a barbecue side. I hope that, honestly, I kind of hope some people don't agree with me, because I've never met a single person until Liz and her family that think cottage cheese is a barbecue side. So if I actually want you to disagree with me, because then it almost makes it feel like her and her family's not just the only weird ones. There's other weird people out there, you know what I'm saying? So let's get right through this. Let me actually check. I forget to set a timer every time for this podcast, because I'm just stupid. So here we go. We got a good bit of time left. Let me set a timer now, knowing the time. Let me turn my volume down so it doesn't go off midway through the freaking recording. Okay. Am I the a-hole for not inviting my father's new girlfriend on a trip with my friends? Pretty juicy already. My father, a 55 male, started seeing Kelly, 25 female, recently. Kelly and I attended high school, but never socialized. My parents divorced a year ago, and I, 25 female, found out from social media. My father has been trying to get my brother, 23 male, and I, 25 female, to invite Kelly to our activities. He will ask us what we are doing and then ask if Kelly can be invited. Example: we were celebrating my friend's birthday dinner, and my father dropped Kelly off at my apartment and insisted that I take her with me. The dinner was very awkward, but my friends did their best and were very nice to Kelly. Kelly spent the entire dinner complaining about having to be there and kept asking if we could leave. First of all, shut the F up, Kelly. You were like, yes, you were dropped off there, but you have no room to complain about being there or asking her to leave. Like, you weren't even invited, so shut up, right? Like, I guess you can complain if you weren't invited, but don't be asking to leave when the person who took you there is there for her friend. So like, kind of shut up, you know what I'm saying? And then my friends booked a nice weekend for a weekend getaway and had everything planned. We booked a room big enough for 4 people. My father reaches out to me asking what I was doing this weekend, and I told him that I was going to visit a friend. My friends post My friends post a picture of us on social media, and my father texts me asking why I didn't invite Kelly on the trip. Arlo, get out of the window. Hey, stop, dude. You nosy little dog. Just come lay down real quick. Come on. Or right here. Come here. My friends post a picture of us on social media, and my father texts me asking why I didn't invite Kelly on the trip. Hi, buddy. Hi, Smutty. I text back saying maybe because none of us wanted her to come. Pretty blunt, but it's the truth. I tried to reach out to my father to apologize, but he won't answer any of my calls or texts. Kelly has texted me saying that I hurt her feelings and my father's. Am I the a-hole for not inviting my father's new girlfriend on a trip with my friends? Boo-hoo. Freaking cry me a river. You are not entitled, just because you're the same age as the daughter of the person you're dating, to be invited to things. She's going to visit friends for her friends. You're not entitled to go with her. It's like saying if he dated somebody not your age and still insisted that she come with you. Like, yeah, what you said was blunt, but it's also kind of like your dad's really pushing the boundaries and not being very considerate of the fact that she's not your friend. You don't have to like her, right? So I don't think you're an a-hole. I think your dad is just being a child because he's dating someone younger and trying to get her to do everything with you guys when, again, there's no entitlement to even do any of that. Arlo, get out of the blinds, you dingleberry. What are you doing? Just come here, please. Lay down. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, not the a-hole. I stand down. I don't see if you think she's an a-hole. That's pretty broken, but pretty good. Pretty freaking good. Let's see. Okay, so jumping right back into what I was talking about at the very beginning. 1 year anniversary of this channel. Happy, happy, happy days. I can't believe it's already been 1 full year of recording every single week for this podcast. I've never missed a weekly upload. Maybe I've been off, but I've never missed a week's upload. So, looking back at this year has been crazy because it started off with Ty and I being co-hosts with each other and recording fun episodes with more of like a conversation structure, so to speak. So like versus this has a layout of specific key points to hit, so me and you can kind of have that conversation, that interaction. But this is more of like weekly recap, topic to talk about, and then it would just be me and him talking to each other, and then that was kind of like the dynamic of the podcast, which it seems like everybody seemed to love, because I mean, at the beginning when we didn't have any subscribers, we would average about the same amount of views as we do now, if not a little bit more. But it's just, who doesn't love a dynamic between two people, right? So then it went on from things about true crime, all about our firsts, conspiracy theories. Then we got some motivational stuff, accomplished before 30 to 35, hills we would die on, right? Why do we compare ourselves to others? Then first holidays came up. We had our Halloween special. We talked about Halloween, who's most likely to. Then we would talk about things like, would you sell your farts? I still would. I need money. I'm broke. Why does motivation lie? Stuff like that. And then 9 months ago is the time when we released our very first thumbnail on an episode, which then we proceeded to not do for another couple of weeks. Then we did I think that's our most viewed episode, which I'll get back to. I think I'll start talking about the most after. So then it basically went to that, to Christmas, to New Year's, birthdays, whatever. And then the saddest day of all, Ty's final episode on this channel, where when did we stop being kids? That video got really good views, did really well. And then Ty went a different route, which is fine. He did flight school, so he didn't really have time to record episodes anymore. And because I really do enjoy making podcast episodes, I decided just to continue myself and just to see how far I could take it alone, right? So episode 27 was Ty's last episode, marking 28 being the first of this new dynamic of a solo host. I made that first episode. It got really good views. I feel like it got taken in very well. And that I thought that by how well that episode did, because it's like not every episode got 100 views. That got 100 views. So my thing was like, okay, well, if that's doing good, then maybe the transition to solo host isn't too hard, or won't be too bad on the viewer, fan base, whatever, right? No, it was actually pretty tough on everybody. Next, then I had my first actual guest, which was Tanner. Then it moved on. I had Gavin come on, did a lot more by myself. Gavin again, did a lot more by myself. And this is when I started every, back from episode 19, the Common Sense episode, to now, I've uploaded thumbnails on every single one. So I've done all of those, and then it's basically loads of solo ones, trying to come up with more engaging topics to like kind of talk about. And this is when I kind of averaged around 20 to 30 views per episode, which in the end, the views don't matter, because what matters is the fact that people are engaging with the shorts, subscribing and all that stuff. And then I had Tanner again a month ago. So his jump from 5 months to a month ago, that's actually kind of crazy. And then here we are. This is episode 54. So 27, right, to 54 is this episode, marks about, I spent half the time this channel has been active doing this by myself, and the other half is with Ty. Do I wish that Ty and I could have kept doing this together? Obviously. It's so much easier to do it with somebody else than to do it by myself. But that's not going to stop me, because, again, I really do find joy in this, creating podcasts. And I mean, from when Ty was on to now, I think we doubled in subscribers. And I love that. I love that. So let's talk about our most popular videos to date. Clearly, they're all with Ty. So we'll go with number one, is the Common Sense Isn't Common Anymore. That one went bananas. That one went crazy. And I think it's because in that episode, we talked about how I've never gotten a real wedgie. So I think it kind of blew up from that, which it is what it is. If people are viewing it for that, go for it. The second one, which I enjoyed a lot, was the one I did right after I came back from Australia. And it was an Aussie adventure. That one went really, really well. Then we have the Tiny Things That Ruin My Day. When Did We Stop Being Kids? That one did really well with Ty's last episode. What We Said, What Everyone's Thinking. That's another fun one from 7 months ago. And then, actually, surprisingly, the 6th most viewed is my very first solo hosting episode. Then it went a bunch of Ty's with Ty. And then there was a Tanner one, Ty. Then obviously when the viewers count starts getting down, that's because it's just me. But it's interesting to see how it's been, because when we first started, let's actually go back to the oldest and let me just hover over it and let me see. So when we first started, it was very plain, not too structured. I don't really think we had too much of like an intro like we do now with the little black screen with the Detour podcast and the music, right? And once I hit a certain point, I will definitely improve upon that. But we went from that to just kind of talking about anything to then coming up with new topics to talk about, to kind of come up with maybe some hot takes and like just fun things to randomly throw in. So it wasn't very well organized, but it was fun. It was really fun to do it with him. And then I feel like once I did move solo, again, I had to kind of structure it, because it's hard to keep it more structured and fun with one person. I can't really go off on a tangent by myself because there's only so much I could talk about. But if I had someone else here to talk with, then all of a sudden something they'd say spark a thought in my brain, which would cause me to talk about it. So, I would do that. And I don't know, it's been a blast this past year. So yeah, and then we went from, I would say we probably had 40 something subs by the time Ty left. So now we have 82. We have 82 subs, over 109 videos, because I try to post shorts all the time for old episodes. And I love it because even though the view count on episodes isn't as high as I feel like past episodes have been, all of my shorts people seem to freaking love. And I think that's why we get subs, because people come for the shorts, which is fine. Because then as you grow, people will come for the episode. Because again, to be completely honest, most people don't even make it this far in an episode. So if you're here, I love you, I appreciate you. But yeah, every short gets 1,000+ views, which is really nice, because I know what I'm saying is reaching people, but I need to maybe be more patient and wait for my episodes, like my actual episodes, to reach the right people who are willing to actually sit down for 30-40 minutes, listen to the entire episode, rather than just quickly, oh, this is funny, ha ha ha, short attention span type stuff. Kind of just stay for the whole thing. So let's see. Yeah, then we've changed branding, like I had to change like the logos and everything, because Ty and I were in it, and I wanted something a little bit more me and relaxed and stuff. But yeah, and obviously I appreciate everybody's input that watches these, because I really do I'm just trying my best doing everything by myself. So I appreciate if you guys like certain things. I love when people interact on the shorts and TikToks and Instagram stuff, commenting to it. I love that. I just love to see that you're willing to take your time out of it, out of your day, just to comment and engage with me. And yeah, so we're gonna continue to work and improve and make changes to just honestly better suit for you guys, right? Like, I want, when you see a new episode coming up, the thumbnail looks great. You're ready to listen to another episode this week. What I have to talk about, you're engaged on. You know what I'm saying? So I am doing this for me as well, but I'm keeping the fact that people do watch this in mind. And I'm trying to take things of, okay, this did really well. Maybe I just got to go along this lines, or maybe this did really well. You know what I'm saying? To kind of just keep it moving. So, gonna do my best to continue it. I do appreciate everybody. It's been a wild year. I do know I need to put my foot on the gas though more. I need to be better with uploading shorts and whatnot, because it's one of those things where, yes, it is a hobby, but it does take up quite a bit of time. I got to record, I got to edit, I got to make thumbnails, I gotta come up with podcast ideas and all these topics, and it does take a lot of time for something that right now is kind of smaller, which is fine. I've never had this many subs on any YouTube channel I've had, so I appreciate it. But I do know that because I want this to succeed, and I do care about every single person that watches this, I need to put more effort into it, take it more seriously, be more on top of things, where my end goal for right now is, when this episode's uploaded, right, I edit this episode, I edit all the shorts and little clips for this episode, have them scheduled to upload, so then when this goes up throughout the week, bang, 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 shorts come up for it, or TikToks or Instagram reels come up for this episode, and then that's it. And then when I record the next episode, I edit the episode and the clips, upload it all, so that I don't have to worry about it. Because right now I'm a couple episodes behind, but I want to get to that point of good episode, good clips, all uploaded in a week. So then it's like when the clips come, oh, it's a more relevant episode. You know what I'm saying? So that is really it. Yeah, we've come a long way. We've joined. This channel was created on the 14th of August last year, and we're officially, we're a year old, but it's been a year since we've uploaded our very first podcast episode. And if you guys were here from the beginning, you remember we had like the road sign for the Detour podcast, and then it changed to the blue background with Ty and I, and now it's just me, which is great. So thank you guys so much. And let's go to Spotify and let's talk about those numbers for a second, just because that's where I actually get quite a bit of, more people watch the full video on Spotify, even if it's not, or listen to the full thing on Spotify, even if it's not the same amount of views. Because like looking at it, right, let's see, episodes. Because I got the most recent episode last week's had 1 viewer, but it had a 40 whatever minute average length, which is almost the entire video. And then if we go to the week before that, for analytics, it says we have 4 plays, and the consumption time of it is 2 hours, with the average being 31 minutes and 48 seconds. It's a 36-minute video. So we get more people fully listening on Spotify, which is great because we actually flew up on view count at one point. We're at 41 followers on Spotify, so I appreciate all of you guys. And when it comes to that, let's actually look at the most popular episodes on Spotify as well. Let's not just keep it YouTube only, right? Let's see. How do I do that, actually? All right. It doesn't matter. So we'll basically find some of the top ones. So in the past 30 episodes, a big one was, why do we let small things ruin our day? Then we had things that shouldn't be as hard as they are. That one was pretty good. The most delusional things men believe. That one did really well. One that did, okay, so then we had a span of 4 episodes that went nuts on Spotify. First one is Anime Underrated. 14 people. I Knew Something Was Wrong. 16. Why I Run. 13. Be Honest, Nobody Actually Likes It, or something like that, whatever that one is. 18. That's the most I think I've ever had on Spotify. So like, yeah. And then some earlier episodes had good view count, but more or less it's average. So like view count and duration on Spotify hasn't changed too much, which is great, because then it shows that, maybe the ease of being able to listen without having to have something open is a lot better than watching something. But you can also watch it on Spotify. And then YouTube, maybe it's just not as engaging for certain people, because when you're on YouTube, you're not necessarily listening for a podcast. I personally love watching podcasts. I think it's more engaging than listening to them, especially if I have the opportunity to watch the podcast. So like when I'm working, I'll watch Shits and Gigs podcast, or, The Basement Yard, or what is it? The Morning Shift. I like watching them because it's more fun to see that, but I'll listen to them if I don't have the opportunity to watch them. So that's why I like to offer like video platforms to watch, because I enjoy it. So that is really all I had to talk about in regards to the past year. We have grown a lot. There's still so much left for us to do to grow. I definitely see us hitting 100 within the next month or so. And to be completely honest, I feel like because we got the ball rolling, it's going to continue to grow and grow and grow and get better and better and better. And all I want to say again is I could have only made it this far, and I only made these videos not just because I enjoy them, but because of you guys. Like, seriously, if I posted every single week for an entire year and I didn't get any subs or any views, I probably would have actually stopped like a couple months in. But because I have engagement and I have people who watch this, and come back every week for it, you know? Like, it makes me want to make them more because now you guys are like my friends, right? We're all a family for the Detour podcast. We're all one and the same. Like, yes, I may be recording it and doing all the work, but you guys have such a huge part to play in why I even do this. So for those who do watch it all the way through and have made it to this point, I love you so much. I really, really do. And I'm glad that you guys have chose to stick it out with me as we grow. To end off this episode, I want to talk about a question of the week. And the question of the week stems from the fact that I just watched the Spider-Man movie. What is your favorite superhero? Mine is Spider-Man. It always has been and it always will be. I remember growing up and I had Spider-Man pajamas, shirts, toys, whatever, right? Grew up loving Spider-Man. I literally bought a PlayStation 4 just to play Spider-Man on it. And then I got a PS5 Spider-Man 2 bundle. I own like almost all the Spider-Man movies. I may not be as big of a nerd as those people who have Spider-Man posters, like comic books, costumes, right? Everyone likes superheroes in their own way, but Spider-Man's dope. So, what is your favorite superhero? And that is where we will end it today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as you do the previous ones. My energy may not be as up and I may not be as crazy as last episode, but that's because it is still the morning and I am struggling to stay awake. I am not a morning person, as you know. But thank you guys so much. If you are watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss another freaking episode. I appreciate all of you. If you're listening or watching on Spotify, follow, leave a rating. Whatever rating you see fit, leave it. I believe that we're a 5-star podcast, or at least a 4-star, but in my heart of hearts, we're a 5. But give me the honest truth of what you believe. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for tuning in, and I will catch you all next week. Much love.